сами не хотят, ну, брать Минески, соответственно.
Это да. Ну, здесь у нас закрывающий пик у ликвидов во второй стадии. То есть, если те же Минески возьмут антимага, у них будет возможность как-то его сразу контрпикнуть.
Ребят, пока Минески думают, простите за автоп, но увидев на экране одновременно Миракл и Джейдж, я вот что вспомнил. А ведь Миракл и Джейдж собирают себе команду на WESG и говорили в своем интервью, что собираются туда поехать. Мак, подумай о том, чтобы встретиться там.
Ну, у них там, кстати, очень крутой составчик, по-моему. Если не ошибаюсь, у них там еще fucking Мэтт и Раджикс, как его правильный никнейм.
У WSG есть особые условия касательно их региона, и там можно из разных стран играть, потому что, в принципе, очень маленький регион. Поэтому, да, вот этот...
Где еще раз я не услышал? Какой регион?
Это Африка. Ну, это Иордания. По-моему, Иордания и Африка. Как-то там так выглядит, потому что иранец... Здесь, собственно, есть иранец. И по идее, вот этот вот весь регион, Весгам, он там очень как-то тумарно представлен, там буквально 6 странами, очень комфортно можно собрать на WSG очень сильный состав. Но я пошел бы гражданство завтра иранское делать, я думаю, Миракл без Джейджа меня бы дотащили куда-нибудь до полуфинала.
Ну,
не факт,
эти ребята могут. Я не думаю, что у них там в регионе вообще будут команды, которые им что-то предъявят.
Для них.
Так, у нас здесь пак у Минески.
Смотри, какой муж радостный. Не
Ну,
часто.
конечно, знаешь, первая игра Liquid проиграна за Invitational, ты развалил чемпиона мира, ты должен быть весел.
Ну, конкретно на камере, да, не так часто видно, как он улыбается, но как бы в реальной жизни он сам по себе достаточно как бы такой веселый тоже парень.
А, это суровый парень, скажем.
Ну, нет, он как бы чаще всего как бы суровый, но на самом деле он тоже любит посмеяться.
Знает место и время, как я понимаю. Team Liquid вспоминает про Леона.
Очень неожиданный персонаж. Против пака, кстати, неплохой выбор. Это очень
Инстахекс ради этого, когда ты, может быть, блинк нафармишь.
Но еще и против клока вообще в целом тоже неплохо. Клок на тебя набегает, и можешь и стан нажать, и хекс.
Честно сказать, я не соглашусь. Я всегда, сколько играл на клоке, для меня Леон это был просто, ну, как пушечное мясо.
Хотя ладно, согласен. Я тоже. Так, если вспомнить, на самом деле, ты если на линии берешь третьей батареи, там сапог в харде, да, ты его зажал, все.
Ну вот для пака точно будет игра тяжелой. Потому что здесь как бы и Земля уже очень тоже хороший герой, и Леон в одном пике. Ну вот вопрос, я не знаю, что это у нас может быть.
Ну, честно говоря, антимаг уже против Леона так себе.
Интересно. Ну, должны однозначно потом какую-то траксу, наверное, еще банить. Сильные герои. Фурион.
Фарму чемпион. На самом деле тракса, да, в тюрьму можешь зайти как раз таки 4 рейнджа плюс хлокверк.
У них, честно, у Минески много опций. Они могут там взять какой-то и ЦК. Свена против Бенника, наверное, нет. Это не очень.
10 seconds remaining.
И антимаг,
ну,
и
честно
тракса.
говоря, Леон в какой-то степени тоже неплохо работает
5
против
seconds remaining.
иллюзий. Ты можешь сразу моментально 2 иллюзии убивать.
Да, хекс
На это, ну, это так.
Это да. Когда подут траксы, потому что мне что лайн слабоватый.
Да,
тяжело. И против Фуриона, то есть нужен все-таки против Фуриона какой-то...
Условно говоря, Фурион 5 левел получает, направлять на тебя 5 пней. И...
Суппорты против Фуриона, я бы сказал, что они все-таки слабые на ранней стадии. Нужен какой-то кэрик, который сможет сам хорошо с ним справляться, или будут проблемы.
Знаете, очень странно, мне почему-то кажется, что Team Liquid могут завершить драфт каким-то абсолютно неожиданным героем, построиться на супер ранней агрессии и добрать, может быть, даже Виномансера оставить в легкой, на чувство проектов сложный, добрать какого-то Зевса и очень рано начать агрессировать. Не будут?
Нет, сомневаюсь. Забанили Джаггернаута.
В целом у Ликвидов уже совершенно другой пик по сравнению с прошлой игрой. Есть Виномансер, есть Фурион, который тут хорошо заходит.
Кстати, тот самый Фурион, который я вспоминал в прошлой игре, будет ли у нас Фурион от Майт-контрола, я думаю, все ждут, все соскучились за его Фурионом.
И причем хорошо, что Фурион на 4-й как раз таки пик. Потому что сейчас конкретно очень, ну, как бы саппорты, которые особо ему ничего не предъявляют. Есть Вайпер, который тоже не любит вот этот весь
согласен. Вот.
Может быть, есть пак какой-то, но учитывая, что он хардовый, я не думаю, что он
это не тот герой, который стоит бояться или опасаться, играя на Фурионе. То есть здесь он пикнут правильно в том плане, что да, они уже берут, когда видят вот какую-то слабость, да, у врага, то что у них там, допустим, суппорты слабые. Вот у тебя есть возможность этого взять этого Фуриона.
Мне, например, Минески нравится Фантом, набрать ли он будет, но в плане вот
тоже
иллюзий. Просто на линии против Фуриона хорошо, но с другой стороны, например, против...
Свена, кстати, все-таки убрали, хотя Свеном, как понимаю, против Веника играть очень...
Ликвид тяжелый, террорблейды добирают.
Честно сказать, мне у Ликвидов прям сейчас очень нравится.
Да, круто.
И сейчас давай подумаем, кого же могут взять на кэрри.
Честно говоря, тут если в какой-то момент Ликвидов опустишь, они очень могут сильно
Аркварден. Старый, добрый Аркварден.
Кстати, я вот не помню у Минески сколько вообще игр с Аркварденом. И вообще, когда они последний раз играли. На самом деле, интересный выбор. Но я, если честно, просто считаю, что все-таки Аркварден здесь не самый лучший герой. Как и против Фуриона, так и против ТБ. И, в общем, не знаю.
Но в целом, то есть сейчас ты считаешь, что Team Liquid немножко аутдрафт?
Одна игра с Аркварденом.
Одна игра все-таки была. Ну, в данный момент, да, если уже оценивать по драфту, у Liquid мне прям очень нравится пик. Фурион и Виномансер. Два героя вместе, мне, кстати, очень нравится сочетание этих героев. И Liquid много играли. Это два героя, которые создают очень сильное давление. Террорблейд мне здесь нравится. То есть, не знаю, у Ликвидов вот прям пик во второй вообще конфетка.
Я считаю, что тоже Ликвиды разозлились, взяли очень крутых героев. Собственно говоря, если дать им какое-то пространство, споиться, они могут забрать Аидис, и в плане против них просто даже тимфайт будет очень тяжелый. Потому что все-таки у Минески на файт особо героев нету. Там как бы есть пак, вайп, такой нафиг каких-то.
Понял, ребят, ваш предикшн, как я понимаю, по вашей версии будут сложности у команды Минески. Ну а что я могу добавить? Ясно, кто решает в игре, а за хайп решаешь ты, зритель. Я думаю, что пора слово передавать нашим комментаторам. Там вовсю ждут начала игры Друг и Каспер. Вам слово.
But, Blitz, are you optimistic?
I think so.
Yeah?
I mean, the main reason is, I was talking to you about it earlier, because when you win a TI, or you're such a good team, everyone's going to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Yep.
It's not, even when Liquid were 20k behind, you're still feeling like, maybe there's a chance.
It's literally, I know you weren't listening.
Yes.
But that was literally what Swindle said. They were watching the same thing, and they were like, it's crazy that at 20k, we're still thinking, Liquid might do this.
Yeah, that's the respect afforded to you when you're a team this good. And there is something cool about this, though. I think Liquid for a while has this invincibility aura around them.
Yeah.
Remember, they haven't lost a game in a really long time. It goes back to that series against LFY, was the last time that they've lost. So it's been a few months. They won TI, and they've come back in impressive fashion time and time again. Remember that Game 3 against Newbie, and most recently against Mineski. They just watched Secret blow that huge lead against them in game number 2. And yet Mineski, they finally kind of break that aura by winning that game and saying, guys, we can actually do this. These guys are not invincible. They do not play perfectly. We can actually outplay them. But as I say
Smoke up from Liquid. They're going to make the initiation on the Ice with the Arc Ward. He denies the Bounty Rune. He's like, damn it, if I'm going down, so is the Bounty Rune. They're actually going to go for jabs as well, trying to body block him with the Treants, but he'll turn around and pick up this first blood. Goes to Matamba Man.
Oh, Kuro waiting in the wings. He has the stun.
He's actually going to get him. He breaks through the trees. He's going to be able to hit the stun. The extra kill jabs. Why did you get so greedy? Nobody cares about the Treants.
Jabs, I just talked about how well you played and how you broke that aura. And instead, you give 2 kills the other way to Liquid. Very good start to Liquid.
All I could think about, Blitz, while you were doing that whole entire spiel was that this was the 300. And if you recall, that doesn't end well for the Spartans, even though they do draw blood on the God.
True. But another...
top lane. That's a kill on Miracle.
Very good one. And it's actually a Ninja Boogie Clockwork, which is surprising because of how well Jabs played the Clock last game. So his Rubik must be even better.
The wraparound behind mid. Liquid, we knew they were going to put a lot of pressure on mid to shut down this Viper early. If he doesn't get any ground running, he could be an easy kill so many times, and that is going to be exactly what happens. Kuro barely picks up the last kit.
Yeah, and it's actually a bit of a lane swap for Liquid. They've got Matama Man playing the off lane, Mind Control playing the mid, Miracle playing the safe lane, showing what a versatile team they are. And we talked about how the laning phases where Liquid often suffers, and if a team is going to draw blood on them, it's there. But this time around, Liquid trying to shore up some of those weaknesses, getting as aggressive as they can early game.
So you might prefer, they thought it was going to be Terrorblade mid matched up against the Viper, but do you think this Nature's Prophet is a lot better?
I think it's okay, mainly because he does a lot of damage. Treants are really annoying for Viper because he can't clear them very early. And that's exactly what Mind Control's going to do, but Viper doesn't exactly lose a lot of matchups, even with help.
Yeah, Mind Control's got to be careful here. Now, fortunately, he could just play the TP game, so he's not going to be punished as heavily by the Viper harassment.
He's still only level 2, though, and Viper, picking up an arcane rune that is largely useless to a Viper.
Kuro in big time trouble here. Moon's going to do a lot of damage to him. Jumps forward, does manage to get him inside the trees.
And this dual lane doing exactly what Mineski needs it to do. As Nana, or Moon, as he's referred to in game, having a very good start, similar to his bottom game. And he had a very good Mirana game last game. He did so much work on that. And it's actually
trying to catch mid lane. He's going to TP over there. Mushi was a little bit far forward as Mind Control came back and they got him. Viper goes down again, 2-4.
Yeah, the downside of this Viper, of course, is he's not a hero that thrives unless he absolutely dominates the laning phase, because he has no farming mechanic.
Yeah.
He just right-clicks creeps one at a time. You don't often go for a Maelstrom first or anything like that on him, so it doesn't even improve it that much. The majority of his dominance comes from being able to snowball in this laning phase, and Liquid have recognized that, not so much focusing on top, instead trying to help out Mind Control as much as possible as they can mid.
Now, with the Viper, see, that's the thing. I keep looking at this Viper. He's actually not doing that bad in CS still. But at the same time, the side lanes are not going bad for Liquid either, despite their all the attention being put on the mid lane by these two supports. Bottom and top are still going okay. Miracle's doing well in CS, top of the board, in fact, on the Terrorblade. And bottom, our Venomet is actually sitting second now with the supports coming in. They're going to be able to gank the Arc Warden here, hit by the slow of Matumbaman. Doesn't look like Jabs is going to be able to stop this one. They're just going to keep on going for these right clicks. Matumbaman's actually giving up on the kill, but maybe Jabs didn't have the damage. They do manage to get the deny, though, from Ninja Boogie. Well played.
Very well done.
He's going to try and run down Kuro. He's got the movement speed advantage.
He's going to try Ninja Boogie. He's trying to find the angle, but going to give up on it as Kuro goes high ground. Going to pick up the bounty runes instead, and Mind Control going to grab a DD rune.
Ooh, is this... Do you try and gank with this? Do you take advantage of this rune, or is that just too much time away from the lane?
I'm not sure if he gets a kill on top, so that already kind of checks out. Maybe bottom, he's looking right now. He's found the opportunity. He's trying to get set up for this kill at bottom.
The TP be fine, but it is already 3 heroes from Mineski. Unable to catch Matumbaman. He got the double slow. They're already going for GH, trying to lock him down. Mike came forward with the treants and does start running at heroes. Jabs is going to be the one. Tried to TP out, but Mind Control's damage with the DD is too much. Mind Control gets the phase boots, TP's right back to mid. He was gone, what, maybe 20 seconds? Stopped that attempted gank at bottom lane and actually got them a turnaround kill. Top lane, though, Miracle's having a bit of an issue now that the puck is level 5. He's got the big-time nukes, plus the Orb of Venom for just that extra bit of harassment.
Yeah, so Miracle's out of regen, too. Only level 4 right now, struggling quite hard as this puck doing a lot of damage, and Ninja Boogie, his rotations have also been quite annoying to Liquid, forcing Kuro around the map in ways that he doesn't quite want to move. And now this Terrorblade relegated to the jungle. Things still looking a bit scary for Liquid.
Kuro, he needs a little bit of help from Miracle if he wants to get out of this.
They're going to take this together.
And tries to run around. Miracle running in. GH as the extra bit of touch to make sure they get the kill on Ninja Boogie. Excellently baited out. If I was that, if I was that Terrorblade, immediately would have run over. Oh, what can I help, buddy? But they kind of just baited out. Wait until Clockwork is fully committed for that lion kill, and then boom, both GH and Miracle showing up.
Yeah, during this time though, mid lane Viper still doing very well for himself. Has leapfrogged over that Nature's Prophet. It looks like they want to try gank on him, but that deep ward placed in mid, right on top of that cliff, should spot this movement coming in. Ninja Boogie in response, seeing what he can do.
Now, Blitz, I'm a little bit surprised with the Viper being ganked so much. I kind of would have expected a 1-1-3 build. I know it's not the most amount of magic damage in the world, but I just thought under pressure you would go for that more defensive pickup.
You crazy, dude?
No?
You still need at least 2 levels of that poison attack.
All right, cool.
1-1-3 cap. You serious, man?
Fine, 2-1-2.
2-1-2, all right, bit more acceptable.
All right.
But if you want to battle Treants, you need Nether Toxin.
Okay.
I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to belittle you on the cast.
William, are you apologizing now for belittling me in a cast?
Bottom.
Balcony, is this pullback? Matumbaman dropping the Dream Coil. He's got the level 6, and he does have a big magic wand. They're still going to go for this kill. Does manage to get the Gale out, though, so maybe Liquid can get some vengeance on Ice. Oh, instead the stun onto Jabs. Looks like the easier kill of the two, and still having troubles getting it. The Treants have to get ahead of Jabs here. Do manage to block him in, and that will be the kill. But still, a win for Mineski, because they got a core.
Yes, they're going to be very happy about that. But meanwhile, while that's happening, Terrorblade, Aquila, gonna pop his Metamorphosis. Gonna go to work on this tower. Ninja Boogie already up there to pull the creep wave though. Can't really give Liquid room to breathe, but at the same time, you've got to get both these cores as stunted as possible. Liquid gonna make the big rotation down here. They've got a ward behind this tower. They should have seen Jabs TP down here. They want to try to make the sandwich maneuver, and that's why Matuma Man attacking this range creep, trying to push in the wave as fast as possible.
And the Treants are going to lead the charge into the tower. Now the tower isn't even a safe haven. It provides no damage for them whatsoever. Tanked up by creeps. Jab's going to be the first one down. Now Ice does have his ultimate. They have the TP in for the Viper as well, but they're targeting the real Arc Warden. They'll bring him down shortly. Mushi up against 3. Even now has to run himself away, but starts turning around. Oh, at top lane, they managed to pick up the kill in the Terrorblade. So at least they get that, but Mushi's surrounded by Treants, turning and fighting. Gets one more hit on My Control. Gets the double kill. So they do manage to turn that decently in their favor. 3 members of Liquid go down, 2 on bottom and 1 on top, with Moon managing to execute Miracle for that top lane push.
Yeah, 3 for 3, but Puck did get a solo kill. He is getting very fat, and Ninja Boogie, he TP'd in for this.
And he's still kind of stuck out. He's going to be hit by the Gale. And the phase boots advantage from Matuma Man should make this real easy for them as well. So
he wanted to try to defend that tower, but likely to go down anyways. Mineski, they've got to rotate out of this. They wanted to try to save that.
Oh, Jabs, he's stuck.
Oh,
what a surround there from My Control. Jabs might have been nice thinking there, throwing up the telekinesis toss back, but not going to be enough to save him.
Yeah, and even though the lane's relatively okay for Mineski, it's 6-13 right now. They're giving up a few more kills than they should.
3,000 gold lead. Mineski. What's got to change from them? I mean, they've got to start securing this Arc Warden's farm, right?
Yeah.
This is not a hero that can afford to just get destroyed in lane like this.
This is not some Ice Night Stalker where he doesn't really need a lot of farm. He can just go around the map killing things. You are correct in the sense that it was his lane that needed to go the best, but at the same time, this Puck can still do quite a bit. He's got a Soul Ring, almost has a Blink Dagger on himself completed. 500 gold away from that, and Mushi has still had an alright game, despite all the shenanigans. He did get a double kill at bottom as Ice. Gonna get rolled on, but here comes the return.
TP in, My Control, ooh, what a telekinesis top. That actually stuns up 2, but it doesn't last for long. Now Liquid can start making the retreat. It looks like Kuro's gonna die inside the trees here. Mineski will follow him in, but the rest of Liquid could be good. Matuma's actually turning around. He seems Moon's pretty low, and he's feeling good about just his right clicks right now, but now Mushi is here. So they've got to TP out, but Jab sees him with the coil. They're gonna be able to stop that one. A kick comes in from GH, but it's not gonna be enough. Matuma Man, he played that super aggressive and will die for it.
Denied.
Yeah, he knows he's dead, and his teammates don't actually deny him. Help a friend out.
He stopped moving, and he was like, guys, anybody? And Mind Control in the base
Mind
right
Control. What a kill, too. That was a killing spree for Moon. 425 gold. He just completed his drums and then some off of that kill.
At the last second I saw him, I was like, wait, that can't be right.
Yep.
As up at top, Miracle using all of this space, not taking it for granted, hitting this tower. He has a TP out if necessary. Mushi understands that he might just have that Sunder, and he also has a TP. Not going to really chase for that. And Terrorblade gets a little bit more space.
And all I see is, oh, My Control actually popping the drums here to go for this kill on Ice. But here comes the interception. They managed to get the hook in from Ninja Boogie, controlling up Kuro, still managed to get the Finger of Death out. That kills the Rubik, and the kick comes in. What a beautiful setup. Ice is fighting out with My Control. He knows he's dead. Maybe his Doppel can actually get a kill for him, but My Control's just going to hide with his allies against that Spirit. Won't be caught by that damage. And it's still another win there for Team Liquid, forcing more and more action with this Furion.
And what they're trying to do right now is create as much space as they can for Miracle, who sort of remains that hidden threat that you don't really want to think about, but he's there at all times, just farming away. He's going to be the true one position when this game transitions. And they're just using this Nature's Prophet and this Venomancer to divert as much attention as they can from that top lane. You notice Terrorblade popping out as soon as they show mid. Trying to make use of the space.
Arc Warden? No, they're not. They're canceling that one. They realize Liquid is far too set up to be able to play this one out. As Moo said, Liquid just got lots of stuff. And you could see that trash all over that mid-tier 1 tower. Wards, Treants, all over the place.
They've got a lot of stuff?
They've got a lot of stuff.
That's a really good, simple way to put that. They do just have a lot of stuff, because that was a 4v5 fight, and they were still able to win that without their Terrorblade, and this Terrorblade cap is going to be so annoying for Mineski to deal with.
The wards are basically acting like another hero when it comes to damage, and they're already set up, and the treants are taking the towers, so it's not much of a help to you. Keeping into that would just be pretty much
like
suicide.
4 treants and like 3 wards. That's pretty much a kind of weak hero.
Yep.
They like claymation form, Voltron style.
Mineski, he got to find a way to be able to get Ice that hand of Midas, man. He's sitting at 2,500 net worth. All right, we're going to go aggressive now. Be aggressive.
You need to do something right now because you know that Miracle's just farming in the wings.
And
Liquid are getting a lot on the map.
The haste just ran out for GH, so they can pick up Kuro here as he wanders up the trees, trying to get aggressive vision, going to be caught in the process. But they want that extra kill. You could see Ninja Boogie trying to position himself to catch the Earth Spirit as well, knowing that the Lion has already been caught in their smoke gank. But it wasn't really the objective Mineski wanted, right? They wanted a core kill.
They wanted a core. Just getting a 5-position Lion, that's the best case scenario right now for Liquid. 4K gold lead already for them.
Oh, now it's going to be the high ground stumble in by Mineski as Moon goes in and manages to get caught by GH. Jumps over to his orb. He's going to be good. Jabs with the TP out, and they no longer have a stun. So Mineski will get out of it unscathed.
Yeah, but meanwhile, up at top, Miracle. Gonna get gone on here by Mushi. He's got the angle. Here comes Clockwork.
Ninja Boogie. Where's he going to go for this Cogs? You see Miracle trying to turn it around. Gets off a Sunder onto Ninja Boogie. He's going to be dropped pretty low by this last shot. It should be enough to get the kill, and Miracle's just going to straight up TP out. This is what they want to avoid. Oh no, Mushi's going to be stalled up. Didn't get the treants in front though, so Mushi might just be able to escape. Oh, want to turn around with a coil! 3-man silence! Now Mushi turns with the help, but they just managed to get the Hex up, and they're gonna both lose their lives here. They just didn't have enough.
Kuro with the last
reinforcements here from Kuro. Gets on the finger, turns it around! Jazz picks up that kill! A big one on Miracle. 2-man in the shrine, but Ice can't get to the shrine to heal up. He's only got his doppel up, and it's not gonna be able to get a kill either. Jabs being chased around underneath vision by Mind Control. Turns around, Fateful, lowering the damage, trying to get the kill. Jabs doesn't get it. He dies first. Now Ninja Boogie, he tried to lend a helping hand to his fellow support, is going to die underneath this tier 2 if Liquid can go for it. But they're not feeling comfortable. Try and put some brakes on this aggression. Liquid will back out.
And Kuro thought he was going to die. Throws out that last-ditch finger of death, saying, screw you guys. Let's find out what happens. Instead gets it stolen, and Miracle pays for it with his life. Very big kill on this Terrorblade, who's largely been untouched since the laning phase.
That gold, it's actually worked out for Mineski, despite being a 5-for-3 exchange.
Sort of worked out, yes. Mainly because they are still far behind. Yes. Make no mistake about it. But getting that kill on a Miracle, very well done by Jabs. And he's going to need a few more of those plays. Doesn't nearly have the amount of farm that he had in the last game. And it's really Ice's Arc Warden that's the key figure here. Liquid, they didn't really care if they were dying anywhere, if they were making space bottom, if they were trading kills, because at least they were creating space for their Terrorblade. But Mineski can't really say the same thing for their Arc Warden.
I mean, it's just Liquid's too fast, right? With all this mobility, with the Furion constantly starting these fights in these lanes, it was always Mineski reacting to what Liquid was doing, and as a result, oftentimes Ice was the first victim of the engagement.
And they just had too much team fight as Liquid stepping into the Roche Pit. They've got a DD rune on this Venomancer, as well as a Medallion of Courage on this Nature's Prophet with the Treants. They want to try to do this. Mineski gonna start throwing some of their own stuff in there.
Just run back in there, Moon. It'll be okay though.
They really want to get this Roshan, and Mineski.
They need to get this train off of him so he has an opportunity to blink in and cause some action. Ninja Boogie also has his hookshot, so this is the best opportunity for Mineski to upset the balance here, but the trains are already blocking the hookshot. The orb is going to go in a little bit too early to be able to catch it. He's low again, and now they managed to make the jump. Oh no, Miracle grabbed it just before! So they managed to get the Roshan kill, but Miracle's still going to be able to come back. Ninja Boogie is going to TP right away, but he's not going to be able to make it out. The poison is too much. Jabs will be able to, though. And looks like that's going to be the only victim there. Mineski, they get out pretty well unscathed. They got the Roshan kill. They killed the Aegis.
Look at Mind Control, though.
Oh, no.
He's still looking for it. He's getting pinged out right now. And Kuro don't want to walk up there as Moon going to fire something off. Mind Control knows what's up, and his opportunity is passed. He's going to yield this kill. But still, not a bad fight at all for Mineski, especially because they were able to pop the Aegis immediately, which means that the Roshan kill was the more valuable of the two to grab.
Yeah. And they kill the Venomancer.
Yes.
In exchange for a Clockwork.
Really well but done by them. And at bottom,
Moon still going to be caught here.
With no orb up, very easy kill for Liquid. Bit of a mistake there.
I mean, that's rough, right? He wants to be able to push out lanes, but he also leaves himself completely open to these global games.
Yeah. And Arc Warden, meanwhile, didn't really benefit from that too much. He's still going to be the hero that we watch, because I think for Mineski, he's going to be the reason why they win or lose.
And right now, it's looking like a loss. With checking out this Arc Warden's net worth, only sitting on a hand of Midas at 17 minutes in. Don't get me wrong, this hero starts farming fast once he has the hand of Midas, but I feel like Mineski, this 4-man has to create like 20+ minutes of space for Ice just to become a credible threat. Not necessarily even taking over the game, but just being a factor at all.
Yeah, and their pickoff isn't that great into Liquids, just because Liquid has all those summons that you have to deal with. Very hard for them to fight into Illusions and Treants and Venom Wards.
Radiant's bottom tower's got problems.
A tier 1 or a tier 2, it seems. As Puck's going to try and clear through some of those Treants, but can't do much about the wards. So it'll still be Team Liquid holding this area.
Not much
and this bottom tier 2,
Radiant's bottom tower.
Talked about, going to go down.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Without a whimper from Mineski as Moon.
What about this Shadow Blade for Mushi? Because normally we would see just kind of stat items and such.
I think it's interesting. They do need some more catch as Jab's going to go down mid to Mind Control, who's very strong. Kuro trying to throw out the stun. Catch him on the way out of the phase shift.
Not quite.
Yeah, and we're starting to see the line pick and understand it a little bit more. Very good against the Puck. That instant Hex, one of the best ways to deal with Puck. As well, just the sheer amount of stuns. Liquid clearly favoring teamfight, understanding that disable is how you win Dota.
I mean, pretty much there was only one wave pusher from Mineski early on in this draft, and they completely neutered him with both the Earth Spirit and this Lion pickup, both very strong supports against the Puck. So essentially, that just leaves Arc Warden, but they neutered the hell out of him in the laning phase.
Down way too hard.
Oh, Mineski. Oh, what a two-man stun there. Follow up by the kick.
This where you wanted to walk up
as well. Matuma Man managed to get the poison. Ninja Boogie's like, oh god, this is a terrible fight. I'm out, boys. Moon maybe going to be caught here. Phase shift up, but the roll-in from GH is going to be perfectly placed. Managed to get the silence, but he hasn't earned onto Moon. Plus a couple of right clicks. Gets the phase shift dodge. He's got Dagger coming up. And a Shrine is available. Didn't really think he needed it, but it'll be a nice heal up nonetheless. Yeah,
not bad for Mineski. Able to get out of there with their lives. I think they did smoke though, right?
Yes, they smoked right into Liquid with that.
Yeah, unfortunate, but that could have been much worse. Going into the two-man stun, the Venomancer ult, and his Gale.
What have we here?
Still, the name of the game is quite simple now. Try to buy space for Ice, who oftentimes we see him in the off-lane creating that space, but this time around, the Micromaster himself trying to dig a hole out of this game.
But on the other hand, we say space, it's what we need for Mineski to be able to win this game. The objective has already been made for Miracle. He's had plenty of space, and he's very rapidly approaching Rape Boss status, the kind of hero that is going to go high ground and is the ultimate boss that Mineski have to find a way to defeat.
Yes. And in terms of clear, they do have, let's see what they have. They've got Rubik with his Fade Bolt. They have Clockwork, is kind of annoying, and Puck. But outside of that, their burst damage kind of lacks for these TB illusions.
Yeah.
And this Terrorblade himself. And once that happens, the amount of control that they have is pretty limited.
I mean, I'm not even sure, like, when it comes to wave clear, I think Puck defensively can only really throw out the orb from high ground. Yes. I don't even think he can actually jump to the orb in silence, because the blink hex that's going to come in from Lion.
Yeah, and Earth Spirit for a while has been known as one of the better counters to Puck in competitive Dota, just for his ability to catch you with the kick. The silence is very nice against him too. It forces him to go for that Yule Scepter. As
Moon going to be caught here, doesn't have an orb, doesn't have a blink either after the phase shift, so well timed by Kuro.
Gonna four-man Shrine. Everyone gonna heal up as Matuma Man. You can look at his build. Pretty rare to see Venom still go for this, but Veil of Discord into this Aghanims. He realizes his true role in this game is just to team fight and open up space for his Terrorblade.
Yeah. Terrorblade and even the Furion are probably a little bit higher priority when it comes to damage and net worth.
Yeah, and we're seeing this is the kind of style that Liquid likes to play, where all three of their cores are very farmed and very mobile. We talk about sometimes how teams, too many mouths to feed, but Liquid doing a good job of keeping all 3 cores on top of this game, and it's reflected in the net worth as they lead the charts 1, 2, and 3. All Liquid members. They're going to grab this tier 2, 1 left to go.
Well, that's a great steal for Jabs when it comes to holding some of these towers. He managed to get his hands on the Metamancer ward.
It's the main reason why you pick Rubik against Veno, is that you almost always get the wards. And the wards are the best part about Venomancer.
Yeah. But even if you can just hold the high ground, are we just going to see the same thing that Mineski did to Liquid in that first game where they just controlled the map? Kind of farmed, waited for that right pickup to really open an opportunity. They didn't just try and bluntly 5-man into a high ground.
Oh, up at top, Ninja Boogie.
What a catch. Oh, Ninja Boogie! He tried to get the hook shot away, but actually still managed to hit
Jabs.
the treants behind him. But
he lifted the Treant to try to get the stun off.
And it looks like it is going to be enough for them to be able to escape. Boom.
And Mushi, he's getting really low, and the Poison Sting might even finish him off as...
Yeah, he's trying to limp back to base. He's good, though.
Yeah, he's going to finally get out, but that got a little bit scary there.
BKB almost complete for him. So when he's got this Shadow Blade, he can finally initiate on someone and won't give a damn about the rebuttal because they have nothing to be able to deal with the BKB. This sounds like a decent plan to win a fight.
It's not a bad one at all. He just gets in there, tries to get in their face, be this presence for his team. Downside is he needs somebody else to back him up in damage. Like, he needs a true threat behind him. That's often what you need with Viper. You need to be this core that soaks up damage and attention, gets in there, but he doesn't quite have it yet. The scaling game begins for Ice Ice Ice.
Deep into the trees, but they do have Sprout. Now they just need the disable, and there it is from GH. Catch them, followed up with the silence as well.
Yeah, and that's exactly why Earth Spirit is so good against that puck.
It's hard to say. It's like Ice Ice Ice, he isn't that backup threat just yet. So you kind of need Moon to be. He just got his level 15, got the plus 50 damage, but he just doesn't have any survivability against Liquid's lineup.
Yeah, he desperately needs that Yule. That's what he was trying to farm there. But somebody's got to shove out the lanes. Create space with this Arc Warden. Somebody's got to die in situations like this, unfortunately.
Why can't it be just Rubik and the Clockwork? Clockwork rocketing one lane, Jabs going all in on Fade Bolt and right-clicking on the other.
Because I think that the puck at least stands some chance at surviving, and it does force more Liquid heroes over.
Yeah.
If it's just the Rubik, Mind Control can just TP in and kill him.
Yeah, that actually won't be nothing but a minute. Ice 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 caught by Miracle here.
Oh no.
Has no escape.
And it's so costly for them to lose this hero.
Okay, Mushi, his first chance with a Shadow Blade going for a kill. Jabs comes down the cliff and is going to be able to make the initiation open. Farm Jabs, but looks like he should be able to TP back and has plenty of health.
Oh, and Mind Control finishes his TP.
What? How did he TP into this one? He saw the TP's going out. He's going to be caught. He's dead now. Looks like Mushi's going to be target of GH's ultimate, but now with the puck here, Miracle's coming in from behind.
Oh,
he does have the physical
Blade.
damage to be able to take out one, and it looks like it's going to be the puck up next. Ninja Boogie is unable to help his allies survive, but it looks like he'll give a boost to his own survivability. Nice cogs push back while he TP's away on the shrine.
Still, a pretty costly death by that Nature's Prophet. He's got to be careful. He does have a lot of net worth to work with. Go down on the side of Liquid. Unfortunately for Mineski, it was while their Arc Warden was down, so he's not going to be able to make use of this increased space from his team. As Kuro trying to make his way around that Spark Wraith. Does so successfully.
A Blink Dagger for Terrorblade. What are your thoughts on that one? Just getting inside the bubble?
Yeah, especially since he's got a Diffusal Blade. Like, he deals damage. We talked about how, if you look at Mineski's lineup, they don't have the best control for him. There's no Earthshaker, there's no Lion on the other side. You can just get in there. Doesn't have to worry about things too much. When you pop your Manta and your meta, one illusion, who's going to fight you is...
I'm sorry. Just poor Ninja Boogie being surrounded by treants like that.
Oh, Moon.
So bad for
he
him.
found Mind Control.
Moon's still going to be able to catch Mind Control now. Mind Control can still potentially TP out. Kuro's coming in as well with the disables. Mamushi's here. So much backup from both sides. They're going to catch Mind Control, and he's not going to make it out. And Kuro, who's trying to help out his core, might just die. Telkiny's length perfectly as GH rolls in. So now they're both stunned up. 1 turns to 3 perfectly for Mineski.
And Liquid, they've really got to be careful. With the gold lead that they have, it's so significant that even support kills are giving up 300, 400 gold a piece. Mind Control, back-to-back, just fed 1,000 gold the other way. The fight recap alone tells that story. 2,200 gold, largely based on support kills, too. And that's about a 3,000 net swing in the last few minutes Miracle, though, the big bounty, still untouched in this game.
Arc Warden is beginning to climb in net worth. Now that we've got the 2 farming items in both the Mjolnir and the high-end Mighties, he's rapidly clearing through neutral camps and occasionally pushing out a wave or 2. So he is getting up to that 10k area, beginning to catch up with his other 2 cores that have been just trying to own the game for him.
Yeah, the downside though for him is that he can't really shove the lanes out because of the presence that Liquid has had. I mean, if they're willing to show up just for a chance puck kill, they're going to try to kill the Arc Warden every time he shows his face.
4-man smoke up. They see Mushi. Double blink onto him. No opportunity to pop the Shadow Blade, and they had the counter vision even if he did get the BKB and Shadow Blade away.
Yes, and easy kill for Liquid as Mushi just trying to stay in whatever area that he can find safe. You want to farm around the areas that you have vision, which is, for Mineski, just these 2 spots.
Yeah, currently the mid area around the shrine.
Yeah, but if you notice, Liquid, seen that coming, they placed their own wards around that vision, and Liquid gonna go into this Roshan.
GH by himself actually comes to where Miracle is not too far behind. He actually blinks forward, managed to catch jabs for the extra bit of damage.
This was a meta pop though.
Away the rest.
I think Miracle wants to transition this into a push right after the Aegis. They're pinging around that area. Miracle saying, guys, I use my meta, but one objective at a time. Moon firing in that orb. Is he actually thinking about it? A little bit too far away to blink in. Not going to attempt it as Liquid take the second Roshan of the game. This time, Miracle is going to be able to hold on to it for a little bit longer.
So the upside being that Mineski, they may have lost jabs in that, but it was enough of a delay that Metamorphosis won't turn into a push.
The downside, though, is that he had an Arcane Rune. And that it's almost going to be up again. That 140 cooldown, ooh, it's a lot shorter when it's 2/3.
Man, am I crazy? I thought Ice actually had his Mjolnir when the courier last flew out to him, but
no, dude, you're crazy.
Doesn't.
Click his hero. He got Boots of Travel instead.
Oh, I wish I could click his hero. I wish I could.
Crowd's going crazy about something. I don't know.
Are those cracks in
They probably just mentioned Navi.
A brief recap of the tournament midway through this game.
Might as well.
I mean, it's pretty much the waiting room for Liquid's push.
Oh, they are happy
they
about this.
Matu.
He has a cheese, though. Can he get it off?
Far forward. He's going to be able to get off the cheese, but Ninja Boogie, thinking far ahead, managed to get the counter initiators here from Liquid. He snatched up GH, didn't actually die to the finger of Kuro, but Kuro was able to get away. Mind Control completed his blink again.
He's going to die,
manage to get the Arc Warden kill, but boy, he's going to be costly. Now, Miracle, so many low heroes, does use his blink dagger to success, picking up an extra one. He actually popped his Metamorphosis for this one, though, and he doesn't have a whole lot of support. It's just going to be Kuro, but if they manage to kill Moon, there's no real damage dealers left unless Jabs, who stole the Venomancer ultimate apparently, does manage to get a big time hit on Miracle. He managed to swap back that damage, and he does have an Aegis as well, but Mineski are just looking to be able to kite him away from that tier 3.
Oh, he diffuses him too.
Objective damage. Jab's gonna go down from that Diffusal Blade charge. Another nuke coming in. If it hit Kuro, he might have been able to make that commitment. They are going to be forced to a buyback here from the Arc Warden. With the backdoor protection still on that tier 3, there is no real damage done from that push by Miracle.
And Arc Warden, who's already so poor, he's going to be the man of the match who has any attempt at saving Mineski from their current fate and that current trajectory, has to buy back. And his net worth just plummets.
He's already 25.
Third of his course.
Stats on the Terror Blade.
Oh, didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
And he's got a butterfly.
31 minutes in with a butterfly. Oh, we are nowhere close to an MKB or Bloodthorn on anybody on Mineski.
He's pretty much 6-slotted. Once he gets the Hurricane Pike, he's fully 6-slotted.
We're still looking for that Mjolnir.
It's 31
for
minutes
Ice. His first real item, and it's still not there, William.
This is what space looks like. This is when everybody on Liquid throws their bodies so that one man can farm completely uncontested. This is what that looks like.
GH snatched up here. Looks like he had an invis room, but ran underneath the sentry.
Right,
looks like they got mind control as well. He does not have a way out of this one as long as they have the counter vision. They drop the sentry and chased away, and that is going to be it.
There are only so many times you can complete that TP.
638 gold. That's what he was worth.
He's given up like 2 grand in the last few minutes. He really has to stop doing those.
Blitz, you said throw bodies at him, but this is beginning to become a bit much, right?
That
you said
was
bodies,
a bit much.
not corpses.
Yes. The first time, okay, sure, that's cute. The fourth time, you're giving up a lot of gold. It might not matter because your Terrorblade has 21k gold, and so he's messing around a little bit harder than he should, but gold leads fade quick in Dota.
Just one failed true Terrorblade push, right? When they go for that 5-on-5, if that ends up bad, and say the Arc Warden is the beneficiary of it,
he needs all of those kills. If he gets the Terrorblade last hit, the Venom last hit, and the Nature's Prophet last hit in a push, I'd say there's like a 40% chance that Mineski don't lose in the next 10 minutes.
What a math problem. All right, so what is the percentage he gets all 3 of those last hits?
Low. So low.
So low, multiplied by 40%.
I was too busy
under 10 minutes.
I was too busy throwing out that to really put some weight behind it, man. Come on. Good, dude. I did the math.
Okay.
It is going to be the BKB, by the way. Simultaneously finished with the Diffusal number 2. Miracle's like, I can buy one of everything.
Yeah,
it doesn't really matter. Why not?
Can our Viper be the one that deals with the Terrorblade? Because he is trying to build the MKB, it looks like, as he has that Demon Edge in his inventory already. He's still a single target hero, though, even if he does get the MKB.
No MKB, or even with the MKB, he doesn't have something like that Maelstrom to deal with the illusions. And it's the illusions that cause so much issues right now for Mineski. If you can't clear all of them, then you can't find the real one, and if you can't find the real one, then Terrorblade has a free game. Although his Aegis did just fade. Mineski sitting inside their base, though. Liquid might just go for a smoke, maybe push out bottom lane together. They are playing more carefully now. They're starting to respect Mineski a little bit more.
Yeah. And as well they should. I mean, I'm looking at Moon. He's got a dag in. Like, they do have a decent amount of burst damage if they get the right kind of initiation.
If Liquid overextends like they did, it gets pretty rough for them. There are no shrines open or anything like that, and all the major objectives have been taken. So this gold lead can't really escalate further than it already has.
Dude, Terrorblade's so big that those illusions were worth like 58 gold.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
They're like a creep plus Miracle.
Yep. Premium creep status right there.
He's got a DD rune. They really want to complete something off of this. Matama Man showing himself mid.
And it's such an awkward position for Mineski too. They're 4-man pushed out, but they're also smoked.
If they don't get back to their base fast, though, Miracle's just going to hit the base.
Yeah.
As soon as they find out that
but they're going to run into the Lion. Actually, no. They actually get the jump on the Lion first and dodge GH's attempt.
They should fight this.
Stop the puck. Now, they're still going forward.
They should fight this.
Yeah, Miracle's going for it.
This is Mineski's best chance. Miracle's getting low already. He pops the BKB.
Sandwich BKB and managed to get throw out and heal. Miracle jumps forward, finish off Ice as well as Jab. But the 3 behind, they're actually trying to escape here. Ninja Boogie's going to go for the TP back. Moon, again, looking to be able to kite Miracle as much as possible. This time around, they do not have the buyback of the Arc Warden available, nor is Jabs. And this is just going to be a lane of Rax. It looks like they are completely zoned out from stopping this push.
Even 4v5 with the BKB down, this Terrorblade is so scary for them. They absolutely cannot fight him.
Dagon 3.
Oh, at bottom lane.
GH, he's going to die to Mushi here and gets the Shadow Blade away.
Maybe if he can kite this.
Oh, the puck's coming. Maybe they have the burst damage. What do you think? He's coming in. Looks like the Venomancer already took a brunt of the damage, but there's the Dagon, but it's not enough. No, he gets the Sunder off. And it all turns to ash in Mineski's hands. Well, at least they get that 1 kill. But a Blink Dagger from Miracle. Boy, is this item shown its worth on a Terrorblade. Moon, can you outplay Miracle here? Can you kite him around as a ranged hero and get this kill? Sounds up. No, Kuro's here with the Blink Dagger Hex. Just as it begins to look good for Mineski time and time again, Liquid still have that extra card in their hands.
You saw Jabs ping it out too. He said, Lion is missing. Was saying, dude, you are going to die in a second, but Moon really just has to go for that kill. Create as much space as he possibly can. Jabs gets blinked on by Kuro, backs up, but this is going to be a second lane of Rax. That Arc Warden is not threatening whatsoever. Miracle jumping forward.
An aggressive Sunder, not even letting himself drop anywhere close to low. Turns around and with the BKB, going to take that melee Rax. Now they do have the Clockwork TPing in, so maybe they can catch something here. Ninja Boogie kills the ward first.
No, they got to deal with their base first. And the illusions almost mopping that up. 56 HP left on that Rax, but still, I mean, that's kind of a win for Mineski. That range Rax living, all the Raxes start to add up later on. It doesn't regen, unfortunately. But now the Shrine's being beat on.
Trying to get Hurricane Pike. Is that just a way to Like, I would think, okay, you have to get MKB at some point, but he's just got to distance himself from that blink in, right?
Yeah. It's a little bit too scary for him right now. The problem is that he needs a lot of different items to be strong in this game. Like, he needs that Hurricane Pike, but he also needs a BKB so he doesn't just get blinked on by that Terror Blade.
Boy, this blink was such a good decision from Miracle. It has destroyed this Arc Warden.
Yeah. The Arc Warden can't play that space game. And we saw it destroy at bottom 2 when he just jumps on Mushi. He doesn't really care anymore because he realizes he's so strong with that BKB that he can make those aggressive maneuvers.
Yeah.
He's even overslotted. If you notice his items, like, he had to sell that Dragon Lance because he has too much farm.
He's going to pick up the Scotty next. Maybe it's time to start abandoning boots in favor of just the butterfly flutter.
I think that's what it is. He also bought Moon Shards, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's got an Unreal farm. What's his GPM at?
I mean, he's at 800 plus gold per minute.
He's at 817. Pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
Everyone else is like, looks pretty normal, their numbers. Mushi just like barely behind them, and then you see Terrorblade is like, oh, that's an aberration.
You know what the crazy thing is? I could see Mineski having a real legitimate shot at being able to win this game, but they were just like 5 minutes behind.
Yeah.
You know, like the MKB just came as that bottom lane push was kind of already won. We have the Mjolnir finally complete, but Butterfly is already up.
Yeah. The larger issue right now is that every single time that Ice shows himself on the map and he's like, maybe we can fight, he gets slapped down.
Yep.
That Roche fight?
That last one where they tried to go on Miracle with a Dagon, say that was a Dagon 4, boom, you've got yourself a kill instead of a Sunder turnaround.
It still only requires one fight to kind of reset things. 60K.
Oh, look at his jabs. Oh, no, he missed the Finger of Death, and you have Sunder on jabs, so he can actually turn this around if he wants to.
He's saving it. He's waiting for this Terrorblade to show himself.
He forced down the cliff. Jabs so low. He really wants to make a big play with this one. He wants to go to his ally. Okay.
Dude, Mushi's pretty low.
He'll survive off the poison, but boy, Mushi is not going to be happy with that one, man.
Dude, if he
died because of that,
if for some reason, like, let's just say Mind Control, he's been pretty YOLO this entire game. He like TPs in, denies him. Jabs is like priority number 1.
Coil onto the real Miracle here. But they don't have Mushi because he had to go back to base, so I'm not sure where their damage is really going to fall in, but at least they popped a BKB. They forced that one out.
Yeah, forcing the BKB is a win in itself right now. Down to 7 seconds. Any little bit in this kind of game matters, as the bottom range racks does fall, though, for the Radiant. Liquid looks like they're just trying to control this Roshan area. Get Aegis number 3 out there with the cheese.
I love this play. They're 5-man smoked up. They've got the Blink Dagger Sunder ready to go. Jabs is sitting at 300.
There's no BKB either on Miracle.
This is perfect. They get the right kind of initiation. Here you go. There goes the Sunder with the initiation. Telekinesis. Jabs! You got you, Mineski. They pull the rabbit out of the hat and might have just won a fight around the Roshan pit. It's just the carry, though, of Team Liquid. They're going to try and catch more here. GH managed to get the roll. Never mind. Moon blinks right in front of him. Nah, buddy, on the stop sign here. GH still gets the blink ahead. They managed to get no damage onto him after the Yield Scepter. Meanwhile, what's our Viper doing? Looks like Mushi's locked onto a hero here. Mind Control, of course, he's riding it this time. Tier 3 dropping low, but they do manage to finally catch GH with the Mushi's still going on a Matumba Man. Kuro drops so low, but they got the control on him now, and Mind Control adds the extra damage with the Bloodthorn. They split up too much, and Mineski do drop a core out of that one.
That was so wild. I can't believe he did that. Like, this 1% play that he needed to win the game, he keeps himself intentionally low, and he's like,
Mineski did the math.
Don't have any way to cancel this. He blinks in the pit blind. Oh, that was awesome. I love Dota. That was like the cutest thing. Even if they lose that game, that's like, oh, I hope that's highlighted everywhere.
There's so many 1% plays that have to happen for Mineski to win this game, and they've got the first one.
He got the lift immediately after, gets the zap at the same time before anybody reacts. Like, dude, how do you react to that? You think, okay, at worst case scenario, Miracle gets hooked in, he'll always have time to pop his BKB. That was the only way he was going down there. Or no, he can Sunder, sorry, at the last second. His BKB was on cooldown. But Mineski, they're still quite far behind, even with that play. Not as far behind as Liquid was in that last game, which goes to show you.
Yeah, we were questioning whether or not Liquid can make the comeback at 20K. Mineski only sitting at a 14,000 deficit.
And that's a Dagon 5 Pugna now.
Yeah, Dagon 5
He's got the 420.
Hype.
things are progressively getting a little bit better. And now this Arc Warden, you talked about how he needed that MKB. Well, he's got one.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, he's starting to pick
the
things
Hurricane
up.
Pike? No, he just got the Force out. Okay.
Yeah, he's getting progressively a little bit more farmed. And Liquid, they're heroes. This Veno's decision to go for the Aghanims means that he's not scaling into his DPS core, like Mushi was last game. And this Nature's Prophet, we've talked about the shortcomings of this hero's team fights. Does pick up a 10-second BKB. Really needed that.
But he dramatically, like in order to team fight, right, he has to be dramatically ahead in net worth. And he's beginning not to be. Arc Warden just overtook him for the first time in his whole entire game.
Yeah, they're starting to make their comeback here.
But they have to hold on. This is going to be the most crucial part for Mineski, where they have the most hope.
I'm sorry, but you really have to... I know this sounds like a little bit too much, but you've got to do that again. You have to Seal Sunder, get low.
You're asking too much of Jabs, dude. He can't do it all.
One time was a lot, true, but...
What's the next level play from someone else from Mineski?
I think that's genuinely like the craziest play that they can make part 2. Oh, damn, that was so cool. I'm still smiling about that.
Is Donuts trying to make sure that we know about the BKB? That notification is not going away anytime soon.
Yeah.
They really want us to know, William.
They're trying to give Mind Control a hint. As up at top, Ice, shoving at the lane with the Arc Warden, and Mushi just holding the high ground, gonna counter shove the wave.
This is the problem, right? You don't even have to necessarily go back and push that creep wave all the way in. You just cut top and stay around the base, not letting Mineski get any extra pushes out.
Yeah, that's just enough for them. You've got Veno coming up on level 25 as well. That's really what you're probably waiting for before you try to go for the high ground. But Liquid also realizes one field assault. Look at the enemy team. They've got an Arc Warden. This hero, very famed for making these large comebacks. You've got 2 of you.
Double the chance at a comeback.
Double his net worth, man. Technically,
he's ahead.
It's actually Mineski that's ahead by like 7,000 gold.
Only for that. How long does that spell last?
Lasts long enough. 18 seconds, that's a while.
Only for 18 seconds at a time.
That's a while.
It really is. Now he's got the Hurricane Pike complete as well.
Lotus Orb. Up on that Earth Spirit.
It's to counter that Jabs play.
Yes.
Miracle just goes right into it. He's like, I'm going to catch you by surprise. Matama Man making sure that Mineski do not take the first step here. He initiates first, giving the time. He only got the Venomancer ward out. Matama Man instantly threw that down, so no big ulti seal. Curl throws out the Finger of Death. Oh,
he's going to go down.
Up in return.
Ice went down, though.
Yeah, Miracle, he managed to pick up one Letter X. He's almost trying to finish off the other one. He still has the Aegis as well as the Cheese, and Mushi just cannot stand up to that firepower. Managed to get the Thunder on a Ninja Boogie. That's going to be the Megas complete, and Liquid are still running over Mineski members. It looks like all that hope, all those plays from Mineski, it wasn't enough. GG is finally called, and the series is now even 1-1.
And Arc Warden making the decision to finish that Hurricane Pike, have that buyback available, goes down with the Whimper, and very sudden victory for Liquid.
Even if he did, do you think they could have made the comeback against Mega Creeps?
It still would have been really complicated. Like,